Now on Coast TV News.
Highway crimes, shooting and harassment cases under investigation on Coastal Highway. What we know so far from police and reaction.
Holiday travel rush and influx of cars hitting the coast in anticipation of Independence Day. Tips to keep in mind for smooth travels.
Local author shines. Meet the author who has reached national acclaim and discovered the spots along the coast that inspired his latest work.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
A crime spree on Coastal Highway. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with two crimes that happened on Coastal Highway in just a span of a few days.
First, there was a shooting in the parking lot at a bar called Cantina. Then on Monday, just a few minutes away from that shooting, a man was arrested for following a woman around the Walmart in the Rehoboth Mall. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber shows us how people in that area feel about this uncommon uptick in crime.
In just 4 days, two serious crimes happened at businesses that are just a 3-minute drive apart on Route 1. First, on Friday, June 28th, Delaware State Police say a man was shot in the leg at the Big Chill Surf Cantina parking lot around 1 a.m. A suspect was arrested 2 days later and charged with first-degree assault. Then on Monday, July 1st, police say around 12:30 p.m., a man was arrested for following a woman in the Walmart near the old Rehoboth Mall, as well as for having a stolen vehicle. Police say he was charged with having stolen property and harassment. Local Michelle Valerio says these situations worry her.
I find it shocking that happened here. We moved here for some quiet and peace and whatever, and to happen in the same area, it's shocking.
But others who live in the area are not as worried about the unusual string of crimes here.
I feel safe. I feel so safe. I would recommend it to anybody.
I spoke with people who say they wish there was more police presence, especially during the summertime, and others who say, sadly, they believe this crime will only get worse. In Rehoboth Beach, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
Also notable is a sexual assault that police say occurred just a few minutes away in Rehoboth Beach. It was June 19th on the beach near Brooklyn Avenue. The victim was under 18 years old, taken to the hospital, later treated and released. Rehoboth Beach police told Coast TV events like this are rare. A suspect in that case has still not been named or found.
Happening now, the Office of the Marijuana Commissioner is warning Delawareans about an out-of-state scam targeting social equity applicants. The office says entities might be trying to trick you into paying for help securing a license. Now, if you don't know, the license helps those who have been convicted under a past marijuana law. Here's some tips from officials on how to protect yourself.
Don't pay for upfront fees or licensing help.
Because be cautious of unsolicited offers.
And be sure to check the office's website or contact them directly for information.
New in Dewey Beach, an update on the plans for the new town hall, police station, and paramedic facility. The town manager says that Dewey Beach was granted $1 million in this year's Delaware bond bill. The town manager says the plan for the new building, those have been submitted to the county for review. Once the plans are approved, the town manager said they'll go out for bid.
The land you see on your screen is where developers want to build a new townhouse development in Lewis. The proposal would be on the east side of Savannah Road near BB Healthcare. Here's what we know so far. The Oscar H. Jr. and Thelma Warrington trustees submitted a preliminary land use service, known as a PLUS application, in May. Going by the project name Overfall Preserve, the development would have 90 townhomes and amenities like a clubhouse and pool. According to the PLUS application, the Overfall Preserve's market is aimed at entry-level and market rate homeowners. We have more details on that proposal on CoastTV.com.
We've now made our way into July, and Delawareans' updated car seat law has gone into effect. Here's what you need to know to keep your child safe. Children under 2 years old and 30 pounds must ride in a rear-facing car seat. Kids less than 4-year-olds and 40 pounds need to be in a car seat with a harness. Finally, kids in booster seats, they need to stay in their booster until they reach the height or weight limit set by the booster seat manufacturer. We have information on our website on how you can schedule an appointment for a free car seat inspection.
New in Selbyville, the town has lifted restrictions that were in place for watering grass and gardens. The town says homeowners may now irrigate as they wish until further notice, but they do say please be mindful of water conservation practices.
We're taking a live look into Ocean City here. Just a banner day outside, and we need to hear from our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, standing by.
And you know, we have the most gorgeous weather. It makes sense why we are the summer vacation capital. I mean, because it's just gorgeous, I tell you, absolutely gorgeous. Take a look. Our Broadwalk Plaza view in the live, and you can see the seagulls and all of that. Listen, we're at 73 degrees. Dew point temperature is at 66. And we're looking at glorious sunshine thanks to the clearing of the skies. Now, we'll have a few scattered clouds near Rehoboth. That will slow our descent into the 70s just ever so slightly, but we'll still reach the lower 70s. Generally speaking, we were a bit below the norm for this time of the year. You see this 84 in Georgetown and Salisbury, although that felt plenty warm, I'm sure, but that's actually about 3 degrees away from the normal high, which is actually 87 degrees, 76 in Ocean City. We're at 73 in Rehoboth right now, 74 Bethany Beach, and 79 in Ocean Pines. And tomorrow, your festivities should be fine during the daytime. During the night, we may have just a small hiccup that we need to talk about. But until then, Charlie, just drink plenty of water and that'll take care of those hiccups.
Hey, that's what I'm going to work on. If you have been in your car at all today, you've already seen it. The roads are slow going as thousands of visitors head our direction. According to AAA, nearly 71 million Americans will be on the move this weekend, and a staggering 60.6 million of those people, they're expected to make the trips in their car.
Let's go ahead and take a live look right now outside. According to all of that traffic, as we look into the Bay Bridge, you can see traffic is moving along right now. And for tomorrow, MDOT says the best times to travel eastbound, that's before 6 a.m. and after 2 p.m.
Meanwhile, if you're traveling to Ocean City for your holiday, you're going to have to open your wallet just a bit bigger. The town says the inlet parking lot will be upping the parking rate to $5 per hour on the 4th of July. Ocean City's municipal buses that travel along the coastal highway, they'll be running a $4 ride all day pass will be available to ride from 6 a.m. until 3 a.m. the next morning. The West Ocean City Park and Ride will also be open, but that has limited hours. The town says people should anticipate extremely limited parking and significant traffic delays tomorrow. You can enjoy the fireworks at the Northside Park and the Bay and at Caroline Street at 8 p.m.
In the nation's summer capital, watch fireworks from the beach on July 6th at night. Rehoboth Avenue eastbound and Church Street from State Route 1 will be closed to traffic starting at 8. Cars entering Rehoboth Beach will have to enter through State Road to Bayard Avenue.
Now, as we celebrate our nation's birthday, the Maryland State Fire Marshal reminds us, use safety when it comes to fireworks. Here are some key tips to keep in mind while enjoying the big holiday. The Fire Marshal says don't ever try to relight a dud. All you want to do with those is put them right in a bucket of water. It's also important to move away quickly after you light a regularly working firework. Officials say keep children away from all the fireworks. That includes sparklers. Sprinklers would put them out. And finally, never light fireworks if you're under the influence of drugs and or alcohol.
And for a full list of where to watch the fireworks across Delmarva, check out CoastTV.com. We have an extended guide. Whether you want to watch them on the beach or enjoy music, there's something happening for everybody, and we will break it all down for you.
This brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how do you usually celebrate the 4th of July here on the coast?
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. Barbecue is now in second place to stay home at 46%. Fireworks gets 16, parade gets 12, beach gets 3. Charlie's trying to do, what, 4 of the 5 of those?
You can do 4 of the 5, and you can actually pick different 4 of 5 depending on how you mix this up. I may stay home. I do want to barbecue. So you can go and vote on this at CoastTV.com, or you can use the Coast TV mobile app.
And we're just getting started this evening.
Still to come, how the Lewis Board of Public Works is taking steps to safeguard the city's electricity during severe weather.
And we'll talk about the potential of storms for us, but real quick update on Hurricane Beryl, which was briefly a Category 5, now a Category 4, expected to continue to track its way across the Yucatan Peninsula and move into the Gulf. We'll have more on our full forecast coming up in mere moments, Maddie.
But first, a local author reaching national acclaim with a hometown twist. We have that story when we're back in just 60 seconds.
I needed a walk-in tub because of my ability to walk. You have jets, you have heated seats. You can't imagine how nice it is, especially for seniors. You need that. It's well worth your safety.
It's Coastal Bath's annual sizzling summer savings. Enjoy $2,000 off or no payments, no interest for 18 months.
I love Coastal Bath. They are such nice people.
With countless 5-star reviews, call Coastal Bath today for your free estimate.
Now that it's sizzling out, is your AC fizzling out? Beat the heat with Horizon Services. Upgrade that old unit for 0 down and 0% interest. And get up to a 12-year warranty on your new full home comfort system. Plus, save up to $3,500 in free upgrades and rebates when you schedule your free estimate. Same-day service, expert technicians, and a job done right the first time. Need service today? Horizon is on the way. This is Coast TV News at 6.
Excited about this story. A new book written by a local author hitting the national stage, and it also takes place right here in Rehoboth Beach.
I got to sit down with Ethan Joella, who shows us what this book means to him and the place we all call home.
Navigate their lives.
Local author Ethan Joella and I walk down Rehoboth Avenue. He shows off the places that inspired his new novel, The Same Bright Stars.
I picture Jack in his car outside the restaurant. This is the street exactly where I picture him. Yeah.
In the book, Jack Schmidt contemplates selling his family-owned restaurant to a large restaurant group. Joella calls The Same Bright Stars his love letter to Rehoboth, the place he grew up vacationing and now calls home himself.
I think the book also gives some insight to somebody that doesn't live in a beach town or a tourist town. It gives some insight into what do the ordinary people that live there do? How do they navigate their lives?
In the book is Green Awning Books, Zonks, and Playland.
This is my favorite. This is my family's favorite game. And there's pictures of my dad on the fire trucks when he was little, and then us when we were little, and now my kids when they were little. So it really is that generational thing that we see in the restaurant.
Joella says Warren's Station in Fenwick Island served as the inspiration for the fictional Schmidt's restaurant. Jack's life and his employees, while make up very real circumstances.
I mean, we're all going through such heavy things sometimes that everybody's grieving, or people are battling addiction, or people are worried about their jobs, all those kind of normal things. And I try to show everyday people.
Joella's ability to describe those emotions in this book and his others reaching national acclaim.
A new month means a new book club pick for Read with Jenna.
He's part of the Read with Jenna book club on the Today Show and on the popular subscription service Book of the Month, putting Rehoboth Beach on the map in an even bigger way.
I've seen that in a lot of reviews, actually, that people will say, I want to come to Rehoboth because of this. I've never heard of Rehoboth before, and I want to come to it. So to have my book here, to living in Rehoboth, it really just feels like full circle.
A new chapter for a celebrated author. I asked Joella if Deldine, the restaurant group in the book that's offering to buy Schmidt's, was based on any specific conglomerate. He said no, and actually he believes both those big restaurant groups and small mom-and-pop shops can work together and all help Rehoboth Beach.
Well, if you're going to be golfing on Rehoboth Beach, you better bring plenty of water, because guess what? It's going to be a whole lot hotter and a whole lot steamier this time around. In fact, we're looking for the humidity rising and 93 degrees, so it's going to feel like 100.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
When your floor starts showing signs of wear and tear from all the fun and games, Carpet and Tile Mart makes it easy to afford and install new flooring within a week. Carpet and Tile Mart, available, affordable, at your service.
Alton Brothers' annual July 4th Red, White, and Blue sale is back and is bigger than ever. Every sofa, recliner, dining table, bedroom set, and mattress is tagged red, white, or blue, with savings of 15%, 50%, and up to 75% off store-wide, but only for 1 week. Stop in today and save up to 75% off during the Red, White, and Blue savings event, now through July 8th, at Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury. Furnishing Delmarva for over 75 years. Have you been to Alton Brothers Home Furnishings lately?
Mom, check my height.
As a parent, you do everything you can to provide for your kid so they can grow into their best self.
Same height. Sorry.
But sometimes you need a little extra help.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks to Food Lion Feeds, I don't have to worry if he's getting enough of what he needs. And that's made all the difference for us.
Here to fill tables and hearts with hope.
I've grown an inch. Yes.
Food Lion Feeds, here for every moment.
Brian, what's the difference between treated wood and composite decking?
Treated wood decking costs less, but requires a lot of maintenance over the years. Composite decking looks like wood, but won't fade, curl, or rot. It's insect resistant, maintenance free, and comes with a lifetime warranty. But if you call Paul Davis now, you can get composite decking for the same price as treated lumber, and no payments, no interest for 12 months.
Paul Davis can bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow.
And we'll give you a down to the penny price that day.
Call Paul Davis, the restoration and remodeling experts.
It's the Delmarva Dental Services Show.
Yay!
Starring Dr. Norman, the brilliant Dr. Harrison, the incomparable Dr. Sikelis, and me, Dr. Aki. Introducing our amazing assistant, Chi, and our high-spirited hygienists.
And featuring our very special guest, you.
So sit back, relax, and smile. It's the Delmarva Dental Services Show.
At Carpet and Tile Mart, save up to 50% off during our Independence Day sale and 0% financing for up to 36 months. Carpet and Tile Mart, available, affordable, at your service.
The beauty is hard to miss at Ocean City's premier golf course, Eagles Landing. Overlook the Sinnapunxent Bay's salt marshes and enjoy the unspoiled beauty of Assateague Island National Seashore. Eagles Landing offers 5 sets of tees, making the course playable for beginners and challenging for most skilled golfers. And the Caddy Shack Cafe and Pro Shop ensure golfers have everything they need. Find our best rates at eagleslandinggolf.com. Eagles Landing, upholding the tradition of the game.
Today's Weather Emoji Cast is brought to you by OC Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
I want to make this very clear. I am not here to ruin your July the 4th plans, and nor am I saying you need to change anything dramatically. I just want to give you a quick, hey, watch out for this just in case it happens, kind of a forecast situation. All right? Now, that being the premise, let us go through the journey of the forecast. A dry tech camera in Ocean City, 74 degrees with winds out of the south. Now we're going to drop down to 71 under mostly clear skies with a few clouds developing later in the evening and the early morning hours because there's going to be an influx of more moisture, and that's going to tease the atmosphere into possibly giving us a shower or two at night. Now I said all of those disclaimers. Let's keep those in mind, okay? 84 was the high today. 87 is the norm. We're at 76 in Indian River Inlet, 79 Lewis, 78 in Milton right now, and warmer as you travel a little bit farther inland. Overall, it's the dew point temperatures and the suppressed nature of it at this point is why it wasn't overly steamy and muggy today. I mean, we're in the 50s, and that's warm enough, particularly for our neck of the woods. But only when you get into the 60s and 70s does it become, well, oppressive in the sense of the humidity on your shoulders and just wrapped around you and, you know, almost feeling like it's gagging you. Not this time around, because we're having a clear look at some clear skies, but we have heat in the general vicinity. You see, a heat advisory is in effect just on the other side, you know, of the bay, but not in our immediate area. That's okay. And one other curious little tidbit in the forecast, we have a beach hazard statement that's been issued for Accomack, Northampton, and Worcester, basically because they're bracing for a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms, getting a little fired up for Thursday. So that starts to get my spider sense tingling on, let's keep a close eye on what could possibly happen because it's going to be so warm. You see, the winds are coming out of the south by Thursday morning at 1 o'clock. And see that flow coming out of the south? That's additional moisture and heat energy. We start off in the morning at 78 degrees, 80 in Long Neck. That's at 8:30 in the morning. That's warm. Then we bounce into the 70s. But notice, as we go into Thursday evening, we have this pocket of rain. And although it's not big, it's not impressive, and it's not even going to stick around long, it's been consistent in the models for the last few days. So because of its consistency, I tip my hat off to it and keep a close eye on it. But it's not going to be a night-ruining shower. 70s again, but then we bounce into the 90s again on Friday afternoon. And the wind's continuously out of the south. Here's my biggest concern. Really, it's the heat index, because we're going to feel like 100 on Friday, all right? Then we're going to feel like 104 on Saturday. And even as it goes down to 94, it's still going to be very steamy. We have a slight, and I mean an ever so slight threat of scattered showers in the forecast, but nothing that I'm really keeping a great note of. Here's a quick look at your July 4th celebration forecast. 90 for by 2 o'clock, and then after that, we should be A-OK. So here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling extended forecast. Nice, and then a little more so rainy on Saturday.
Thank you, Paul. Hurricane season is around the corner. The Lewis Board of Public Works says that they fear for its electric infrastructure. At a recent meeting, the BPW emphasized that while Lewis only saw 28 outages last year, it is urgent that with increasing coastal storms, reinforcements are made. As a result, the board voted to disband the mitigation committee and will form a whole new group specifically for the future of the electrical system.
You can't necessarily build a system that will withstand those type of storms, but you can build systems that are more resilient under a Category 3 hurricane.
The Lewis BPW is looking for people with knowledge of electrical distribution and transmission generation for that new committee.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good evening, sports fans. The Philadelphia Phillies are going for their third straight victory tonight and second in Chicago, as they now lead the NL East standings by 9 games. Last night, the Phils knocked off the Cubs 6-4 as Trey Turner went deep twice. And the fightin' were without injured Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber. Pitcher Michael Mercado only gave up 2 hits over 5 innings, getting his first career win. First pitch tonight from Wrigley Field is at 8:05 p.m. Staying with baseball, Shorebirds infielder and outfielder Aaron Estrada has been named the Carolina League Player of the Month for June. The 19-year-old led the league with a .589 slugging percentage, 32 hits, 20 runs, with 4 home runs and 15 RBI. Tonight, the Birds are away at the Fred Nats and return to Purdue Stadium to continue the series on the 4th of July. And tonight on the Final Score, don't miss Little League Baseball action. The All-Stars from Fruitland taking on East Comico. Plus, a new Shorebird sit-down with pitcher Braxton Bragg at 10:30 on DSN. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
Has your kitchen remodel been on the back burner?
Move it forward now and take advantage of our biggest kitchen sale of the year.
Paul Davis can restyle your kitchen for half the cost of a traditional kitchen remodel. Get all new doors, drawers, and hardware without any major demolition. And the best part is, it's done in as little as 3 days.
We'll bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow and give you an estimate that day.
Call now to get $1,500 off, plus free hardware and no payments, no interest for 12 months. Call Paul Davis,
the restoration and remodeling experts.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
Get new patio doors from Winter World of Delmarva, quality and price that can't be beat. Get a standard patio door installed for $49.02 a month.
No matter the size of the project, you can trust Winter World of Delmarva to get it done right.
Call now for a free estimate.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
We're Delaware Electric Cooperative, and we're proud to keep the lights on.
In 1924, my grandfather, J. Con Scott, decided to start a life in the furniture business. I'm proud to say that as the 3rd generation, we celebrate our 100-year anniversary. From a humble small-town furniture store to an interior design destination, with 35,000 square feet in Selbyville and our newest location in Rehoboth Beach. J. Con Scott, celebrating our 100-year anniversary.
At Precision Exteriors, caring is our cause, and community is a big part of everything we do.
Habitat's partnership with Precision Exteriors has been incredible. They come out, they get everything done quickly, efficiently, and they leave no nail left behind when they're cleaning up and they're done.
Choose Precision Exteriors for your next home improvement project. Roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. We use quality materials with excellent craftsmanship. And we work with insurance companies advocating for you. Remember, measure twice, cut once, and always do it with precision. Precision Exteriors.
Get new shutters from Window World of Delmarva, quality and price that can't be beat. Bahama Hurricane or decorative shutters, only $93.83 per month.
No matter the size of the project, you can trust Window Delmarva to get it done right.
Call now for a free estimate.
Lowe's knows July 4th projects come with questions.
So we have answers.
Like how to keep your yard looking lush and which paint color matches your bold style. So hurry in for 4th of July deals at Lowe's. You got this, and we got you.
Dive into riches at Ocean Downs with a summer cash bash. The prizes swell every Saturday in July, up to $20,000 cash. Earn entries daily and more every Tier Tuesday, plus Friday, July 26th. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on CoastTV.
Staying relatively mild for the rest of the night. Our Bay Health camera in Milford holding at about 81 degrees. We're expecting to drop to 74 in clear skies by 9 o'clock. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line. Sponsored by Baird, Mandela's, Bruckstead, and Federico. Finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. July 4th is looking warm. There's a slight risk of a scattered shower or thunderstorm during your nighttime festivities. Other than that, we'll give it a green light. Just keep in mind, drink plenty of water and stay hydrated.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.